Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to C.A.R. Entertainment. My name is Don Hamilton and I will be your host this evening. Today we're going to be talking about AS1 Business Studies and Recruitment. Initially I just want to apologise for me going through this today. I do have the hiccups, so that may have been an inconvenience from watching this, but I will try my best to get through this clearly and effectively and efficiently as possible. So recruitment's quite a nice topic. If you studied business at GCSE, you should know quite a bit about it already. But anyway, let's get onto it. So, going to start talking about internal recruitment to start off with. And some examples of internal recruitment are notice boards, news sheets, and sending emails to employees. Now, the advantages of using internal recruitment, and just by the way, recruitment is just basically the hiring of a new staff member or a promotion of a staff member. So the advantages of doing that within your own business, not just promotion, is that your applicants are familiar with the business. It'll improve morale and motivation for the existing staff. It's less expensive than advertising externally. Induction training is not required. And then the disadvantages is that the range of applicants is limited. It doesn't bring in new skills and ideas, and if there's no existing staff available, then it's impossible to do this. External then, however, can be done through the media, job centre, newspaper, internet, and recruitment agency. The advantages of this is that the applicant has a range of that the range of applicants is wider. It brings in new skills and ideas. There's no internal staff vacancies available, then you can still bring in people. But the disadvantage is that you do require induction training. Applicants will not be familiar with the business. It's slower than internal, and it can also be very expensive. So factors influencing the choice of recruitment method. This is the size of the business, the amount of money available for advertising, the type of work being offered, and where the firm is situated. A business will recruit because an employee will leave to cover illness, and if an employee is promoted or the business is expanding. So the procedure of recruitment then goes in this order: job description, person specification, you advertise the post, you shortlist, interview of the job, and draw up the contract of employment. The job description then. This is the purpose of this is to define the main duties and responsibilities. It will usually include the title of the job, the location, duties, who they report to, who reports to them, the equipment they'll use, and the date of the first issue. So then you move on to the person specification, which includes necessary and desirable criteria. Criteria can include qualifications, experience, skills, and attributes. So then advertising, shortlisting, and interviewing. So when advertising a vacancy, you'll use your internal and external methods, and when shortlisting, you will choose a shortlist of the best applicants to an interview done by looking at the criteria on the person specification, and the HR department will contact the people shortlisted. Then an interview will be done, and this is done face to face. If there's more than one person, it's called a panel interview. The people can ask open questions, which are questions which cannot be answered with a yes or no, and applicants may also need to do tests. A contract of employment sets out the rights and duties of both the employee and employer. It is an agreement between two parties and it is enforced by law. The content of the contract of employment is the names of the employee and employer, the title and description of the job, the hours of work, the agreed rates and the method of payment, and also the details of holiday and pension schemes, just to name a few. So then, method of application to a job then is CV, so curriculum vitae. This is a personal account of experience and accolades. The advantages of using this is that it gives an idea of the personality. You're able to use a covering letter for suitability, and it has no cost for the business. Disadvantage though is that it takes time to sort and information could be hidden. An application form then is just a form that an applicant will fill out, and the advantage of this is that you're instantly able to compare skills. You can ask specific details, but the disadvantage is that it's time consuming, expensive, and lacks in flexibility. The letter of application and aptitude test then. So the letter of application is when the applicant may be invited to complete the letter of application, given additional information and reasons why it should be suitable for a job. The types of aptitude tests which can be done is numeracy tests, which look at the candidate's basic mathematical ability, IQ tests, which attempt to measure the intelligence of candidates, literacy tests, which assess the candidate's ability to use English, and psychometric tests, which aim to see if the candidate has a personality suited to the job. Candidates could be asked to perform tasks or challenges in groups to see how they would handle certain situation or people, but such a challenge would be done by designing a house using Lego. Psychometric testing then is a standard and scientific method which measures the individual's mental capabilities and behavioural style. It is designed to measure the candidate's suitability for a role based on required personality characteristics and aptitude. Use the information from the psychometric test to identify the hidden aspects of the candidates that are difficult to extract from a face-to-face interview. Some of the psychometric tests are not a good measure to assess their real abilities and personality traits and their suitability for the job. They are, however, statistically examined and constructed to be objective and unbiased. The advantage is that they're cheap to acquire, they're accurate and appropriate, they're highly cost-saving, and they have an unbiased approach. But a disadvantage is that it can become a fake one. It can make a candidate nervous. It's incompatible with other tests, and the base population is small. We then move on to managing the performance of staff and the advantage of performance appraisal. These include helping assess staff against defined objectives, giving a chance to give constructive feedback to praise staff for good work, allowing to define a medium and long-term objectives for your employee. It also will affect your opportunity to address any problems, discuss apparent weaknesses, and identify better ways to carry out tasks. So the key elements in a good performance appraisal system is that you'll set objectives for the incoming year. You'll monitor your performance against the objective for the previous year, giving feedback, helping the staff to improve if they're not performing as required. You'll then carry out your appraisal and provide rewards and remedies. You'll carry it out after a set period of time for new employees, or if an employee changes jobs within the company, and then once or twice a year is enough. So the deals with the issues of poor performance is part of an ongoing day-to-day management, i.e. you'll never leave discussion until the annual appraisal meeting. Thank you for watching this video. I've been Don from C.A.R Entertainment, and I will see you next time.